Hi, I'm Dr. Paul, and welcome to the Chiropractic $100,000 90-day challenge. And what I do is I work with chiropractors to analyze their practice and see how they can increase their business over $100,000 in 90 days. Now, how can I do that? Well, number one, I've opened 77 offices in 20 states, so I've done a lot of training and I've done a lot of statistical analysis. So we know exactly how to find problem areas and how to patch them up, fix them, and increase the productivity of your business. Now, there's four categories to your business that are profit margins. It's either your overhead is going to affect your profit, the fees you charge, marketing with new patients, or your patient retention. Now, in this practice analysis, it's very simple. It's only 5 categories. It's only 5 simple columns. And we only look at your new patients and patient retention. Those are the only 2 of the 4 categories we look at. So that's exactly how we do it. Now, here's how it works. With the new patient category, there's 5 different areas where you'll get new patients. Every marketing program is one of 5 areas. And some of them work significantly better than the others. Like I'll give you an example. The top category, if you do this particular category, you'll get 75% business from there, where if you do this one at the bottom, it's only 1%. So there is a difference in what category. Now, of those 5 categories, there's one of 3 types of marketing that you'll do. And I explain this in great detail. One of the types of marketing is the kind of marketing that will be able to attract all of the people. The other 2 types of marketing will not. They will only attract the 8% that are looking. So if you know what the one is that attracts the majority of people, and you know which category has a 75% success rate, that's where you get a tremendous amount of new patients, essentially. Now, that's the new patient category. Now, when we come over to the patient retention, there's 3 types of patient retention. So first we identify what type of patient retention you're using. You may not even know it, but we identify it. And then there's 4 major categories where the vast majority of people will drop out of care. And all of them are for different reasons. So what we have to do is go, what type of patient retention education system you're using, number one. And then we go into a statistical analysis to see where the patients are dropping out. And we look for clusters. Now, depending on where they're dropping out is going to determine what the problem is. Because remember, there's 4 major areas and all 4 of them are different. So we identify the exact area where you're having a large percentage of people drop out. Then we go in and put the solution in. We stop that from happening. And obviously your business comes up. Now, that's how we work with retention to increase your patient retention, and then that's how we work with new patients. So when we focus our attention on doing what is the most effective to get new business, like 75% effective, and then we combine that with finding out where your weaknesses are and basically stop the weaknesses for your patient education and retention. When we combine those 2 numbers, we can quantify that. We can show a dollar amount. And so when you look at when we go over these statistics, you'll actually see, well, not only the quantity, we'll be able to measure it, because we'll be able to take your dollar per visit collection and multiply it times that, and it'll tell us how much money you're going to make by doing these quick modifications in 90 days. And so that's how I can look at an analysis and see how I can help increase your business over $100,000 in 90 days. Now, that's with a guarantee. So I guarantee I can do that, or I don't work with you as a client. I have to be able to see that I can do that, or I don't work with you. And I have to be able to point that out. So having said that, why am I the person that can do that? Again, I'm Dr. Paul. I've opened 77 offices in 20 states. So I not only know the systems that need to be done, but I know how to train it. But I had to identify these, and I did statistical analysis with all the practices, and that's how I determined where the focus and time and energy needed to be. It was through an evaluation of the statistical analysis and then applying the systems to those particular functions. And that's how we opened 77 offices in 20 states. By the way, I was also a speaker in 3 chiropractic colleges, Texas, Logan, and Parker Chiropractic College. If you were in any of those colleges in the early 2000 area, several years in that time period, you probably have heard me speak. And I've also donated over $500,000 to chiropractic. So that's a little bit about my background and why I'm the person that can do it, because that's exactly what I have been doing for 20 plus years. So I have a guarantee. It's the Chiropractic $100,000 challenge, and what it is I specifically identify through your statistics how we can increase your business. In other words, we focus on one thing. We don't focus on 20 things. There's one thing that I do that we focus on, and to increase the business over $100,000 in a very short period of time, 90 days. And that's what we identify. So go ahead and take a look at the video on how to do it. This is how to do the practice analysis. As a matter of fact, I would just give it to your chiropractic assistant and say, watch that video and fill it out like he says in the video. It only takes about 15 to 20 minutes. Have it filled out. And then here's the steps you need to do. Number one is there's no charge for this analysis to identify. There's one catch. You have to leave a deposit of $97. So there's a link here for a deposit of $97. That's the first thing you need to do. Now, the second thing you need to do is give that video to your chiropractic assistant, have her fill out those 5 basic columns. After that, you call me and we set up an appointment. It takes about 30 minutes to do this analysis. And I'm going to go over and identify, and it'll be crystal clear. When I'm done, it'll be crystal clear. It'll make total sense to you how I interpreted this and where to focus your energy to increase your business over $100,000 in 90 days. Now, when we finish with that conversation, then I'm going to turn around and hit refund. So when you leave the deposit, right after we do the consultation, right after we do the analysis over the phone, I'm going to hit refund. You're going to get all your money back. So that's the Chiropractic $100,000 challenge. And what we do is I'm going to show you exactly how to increase your business over $100,000 in 90 days. So those are the steps. Number one, make the payment. Number two, have your chiropractic assistant watch that brief video for the 5 columns that you need to fill out for the analysis. Number three, call me to make the appointment. My phone number is right on the website. You can take a look at it. It's 813-480-1693. It's right on the website there. And call me to set up the appointment so it takes about 30 minutes. We'll go through, do the exact analysis, and I will point out to you exactly where you can make $100,000 in 90 days. Look forward to working for you. Those are the 3 steps. 1, hit the $97 deposit. That's 100% refundable. 2, have your staff watch the video on how to do the stats so you can email them to me. 3, call me to set up your appointment. Right after the appointment, it's 100% refunded. Look forward to working with you. We'll talk to you in a bit. So this is simply how to do a practice analysis, and with this information I can show you how to increase your business over $100,000 in 90 days. Now, it's relatively simple. There's 5 major categories we're looking at here, and the first one is new patients. So what we want to do is we want to, in column A, we want 50. So how we want those is the last 50 new patients you had. Just go straight back. In other words, what was your last new patient? Could have been yesterday, could have been today, the day before. So just start from there and go straight back. Don't leave out anybody. So, and we want 50. So that could be a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, however many new patients you get. But we want 50. So go straight back until you have 50 new patients. Just put their first name and their last initial so you know who we're talking about. So that's column 1. Column 2 is the source of the patient. Is it and here's some common sources here. Was it a referral by a patient? Was it a referral by an attorney? Was it a referral by a medical doctor? Okay. Some other ones that are common in a chiropractic office would be Google for Business, a walk-in, from the insurance plan. Did they get you from that? A Facebook ad, newspaper ad, direct mail, or a sign. And if you have one that's not listed on here, just include it. But we need to know the source. So make sure you put the source of that patient. That's column 2. Now column 3 is the payment type. So identify what type of payment type. And these are the payment types. It's either major medical insurance, Medicare, Medicaid, personal injury, workers' comp, or cash. So identify the corresponding type of payment. The 4th column is, did you offer a treatment plan? Yes or no. So with each particular person, did you offer a treatment plan? Now these first four columns are really going to have to do with new business. And remember what I said, there's 5 major categories of new business. One of them, you'll get as much as 75% from that particular category. And we explain exactly how that works. So this is going to help identify where you can get new patients the fastest. Okay, that's what this is going to do. When we break it down, it'll make sense to you. So again, if we were looking at this name here, Billy came from a patient referral. It would be major medical payment, and in this case, we didn't offer Billy a treatment plan. Now, let's go to the next category. After these 4 columns, and by the way, this is an Excel spreadsheet, so it's very easy just to open an Excel spreadsheet. In the first column, type in the patient's name. Second column, type in the patient source. Third column, type in the patient type, payment type. Fourth column, did you offer treatment plan? Now, the next columns are 1 through 20, you can see here. So just mark each column 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 through 20. And here's how this works. This is going to look at patient retention. And what we do is look at each patient, and in this case, let's say it's Billy again. And we want to put an X in the last patient visit that you saw that patient. In other words, that's when they essentially dropped out of care. They're not on their treatment schedule anymore. So if that, in this case, as an example, Billy, we lost track on Billy on day 3, on their 3rd visit. So that's why I would put an X there. Now, in this particular patient here, the next patient, if we'd lost them on day 1, there would be an X on day 1 if we never saw them after day 1. This particular patient would be day 6. So if you are still seeing the patient, in other words, if they're still on a treatment schedule, they would look like this. There would be no X's in any of their columns because they haven't stopped care. And that's how this is filled out. By the way, these numbers are not calendar dates, they're visit dates. So the last 50 patients, and put an X on the number of visit, the last numbered visit that you saw that patient. And we want 50. Now, this is going to tell me what I talked about earlier with patient retention. Remember, there's 3 types of patient retention. And there's 4 major areas where patients drop out of care. So if we can identify the highest component of where they're dropping out of care, and we know what that is specifically, and I will know, because all 4 of those areas are totally different reasons, and then we can put in the system in place to stop that, then that'll stop that statistic. And so not only can we improve that statistic, but we can quantify it. Remember, we can see how many people that is, multiply it times your dollar per visit, and that'll show us how much money you're going to make just by solving that one solution. That's how much money you're going to make that fast. So it's highly quantifiable. And then the last category here is just put in the total number of new patients you've seen for the last 6 months and the total number of patient visits for the last 6 months. And again, what are we going to be looking at? We're going to look at your patient retention, and we're going to be looking at your new patients. And those are the 2 of the 4 categories that maximize your amount of money per visit. So in the 90-day chiropractic challenge, remember, the goal is to increase your business over $100,000 in 90 days. And we do that by an analysis. And this is the information that I need to do this analysis. And we're only looking at new patients and retention. But after I evaluate this, we'll be able to see exactly what needs to be done to increase your business over $100,000 in 90 days. So just have your chiropractic assistant fill this out. This is on an Excel spreadsheet. It's real simple. There's essentially 4 columns on the left for the new patients, and then 1 through 20 on the right, and just mark an X on that particular visit where the last visit that you saw them. If they're on a treatment schedule, they should have no X's. There should be no X's with that person's name across it. That's it. That's all you need to do. And so the next step is to just make the payment, the 97. Remember, it's $100,000 guaranteed. I show you how you can increase your business $100,000 in 90 days, and I guarantee that. And the next thing to do is make the payment. So you should see a link on this page, and it's a $97 deposit. So that's the first thing you do. Second thing you do is have your staff member fill this basic information out. That's number 2. Number 3 is call me. My phone number is 813-480-1693. And that is to set up the appointment. It's going to take about 30 minutes. You're going to email me this statistic sheet. I'm going to look at it. Then it's going to take about 30 minutes to go over with you. So we'll either meet in the morning or at lunch or during the afternoon, whenever you have time. And We will identify exactly what is the number one thing you can do to increase your business the fastest. And we will expect that to be over $100,000 within 90 days. And remember, 92% of my clients have done that. They've increased their business over over $100,000 in 90 days. And remember, if I can't find it, if I can't easily find where this can happen, I won't work with you. In other words, I'm going to find it. And if I find it, it'll be crystal clear of exactly the steps to take and do. And so your probability of increasing your business is, after I do your analysis and I can add this up, is very, well, as of now, it's a 92% chance you're going to increase your business over $100,000 in 90 days if I accept your case after this practice analysis to show you how to exactly do that. So go ahead and there's only 3 steps. Number 1, make the $97 deposit on the link. And the link is onlinechiropracticmarketing systems.com/100. So that's the link. And then that's the first thing you do. Remember, that's 100% refundable. Right at the end of the consultation, right at the end of the practice analysis, I'm going to hit refund, and you're going to get all the money, but the $97 deposit back immediately. Number 2, have your staff member fill this out. Number 3, call me to set up the appointment so we can review it. All you're going to do is email me the spreadsheet, and we're going to walk through it step by step, and I'm going to break it down and show you exactly how you can increase your practice $100,000 in 90 days. So go ahead and take the first step, click the link, pay the $97, fill out this, tell your staff member to watch the video to fill this basic information out. And then as soon as you click the link, call me and let's set up an appointment and let's get your practice up $100,000 in 90 days.